You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com. Hello, and we've got Dawn Hatton already. Dawn, good evening. Once again, we're having issues with this particular network, but you know what? That's the way it is. We have to just work with what we got. I'm going to get in the guys early tonight. Now, we have a special guest joining us tonight. I'm just sending Roger over his link right now, and he will then pass that across to Faye. Fingers all crossed. I don't know who that is, but hello, Facebook users. You need to come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, and then I'll be able to see. So Dawn says you can't see my face. Oh, that's weird, because I can see my face on screen. Oh, weird. So anyway, if this is all going tickety-boo, great. If it's not going tickety-boo, we're going to do it another way. I'll get Faye and Roger to open the show. Now, there is an explanation as to why things have gone a wee bit skew-eyed. There is actually a reason for it, and I'll explain that to you guys now. So, now I'm on screen. So everybody's it's the net. It's the net right here. So not a lot we can do about it, but work away with what we've got. Roger's come on already, so I'll bring Roger right in. I'm going to bring him in early at the show, right? See if he joins us. There he is, Mr. Garza Senior.
Where are you at?
Oh, you sound like a Dalek on speed.
No, but where's your face? No picture. No, all I got is a black screen.
All right, it's taking its time. It's trouble. It's saying that there's trouble connecting. Are you?
No,
In fact, I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Really? I can see me.
There you are. Did you pull the hanky off the cameras? It's done. Julie Sharp, good evening. We have a Facebook user that's on. I'd love to people to say who you are, but I can't see who you are. And Tina's joined us. Dawn has joined us. Julia's joined us. Albert has joined us.
There you are, babe.
Hey. Roger's coming in and out, so there is. It's not just me. Oh, I'm out now. This is terrible. This is terrible setup. I tell you what.
You have a delay.
It seems to be there's an issue. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, what we might do, Roger, is we get you to do it like we did the last time.
Log off and log on. Okay, well, he just did that. Hello, people. Hello, everyone. And whoever said, oh, it's the other guy, it's both of us, not just with me. Hello, Lynn Fern. Hello, Mary Erickson. Dawn. Hello, Dawn. Crystal Rose. Hello. Who else is there? Julie Sharp, hello. Tina, hello. Oh, this is the me show. We don't know what happened to Paul. He got lost somewhere. I don't know. I think he's in the hallway. No, Facebook user, I don't know who you are. Because we do not have a picture of you. All we have is Facebook, and it says, you know who it is, Roger. No, I don't. Kelly, hello, Kelly, the birthday girl. Yes, Paul is always buffering. Let me tell you. Maria Magdalena Nolan, hello. Good to see you. Tammy, hello. Tammy, hello, hello, hello. Maybe Facebook user, you can get brave and say who you are. I need a haircut.
Yes, you do.
There he is.
Yeah, we've got major problems here at the minute. Oh, no, you're in and out.
Big delay.
Have you made call? Yeah, we've got problems here. It's not you, Roger. It's from this side. It's from here.
Okay. Hello, Janine.
So keep chatting
from
away.
Australia.
Yeah, we've got problems.
There she is.
It's not you, Roger. It's from this side.
See how that thing keeps repeating, honey?
I can't hear.
Yeah.
Hello, Janine.
Keep chatting away.
Australia. There she is.
Yeah, there's a loop going on somewhere that's making it all happen. Yeah. Yeah, there's a tell me what I'm going on somewhere that's making it all happen. Yeah.
Julie Sharp is saying hi to you, honey.
We had to have a booster put in, and the booster is not doing its job either.
Shall we go on?
Keep going with the show.
Okay. Anyway, welcome to Spirit Quest, everyone, with Paul Francis. I am not Paul Francis. We're the wrong color. This is fun. But anyway, Paul's on, off and on, so we're trying to remedy something that's wrong. But anyway, good to see everybody here today. Just keep saying hello and all that, and we'll just go on with what we are doing now. Everybody's saying hi to Faye. And Faye, I think, is on, but this thing is all messed up. Something happened, so. Too many fingers in the pie. That's what I'll say. Hokey chokey, Crystal? But anyway, I know this show is basically about Q&A. If anybody has questions at all, go ahead. I mean,
Hi there. I finally can hear you. Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very good.
Okay.
Say hi to everybody who's saying hi to you.
Hello, everybody. How are you all? Good to see you. I didn't know what Paul was up to. I thought I'd just come in through the studio just to help out if I could. So here I am. So
here's who's saying hi to you. Julie Sharp, Maria Magdalena Nolan, Dawn Adam, Tina Cantu, Kelly Duran.
Wow.
Let's see who else is just jumped. Lynn Fern, Crystal Rose.
Good to see you all. Wow, what a great group here we've got. So
Tammy's on too, honey. Tammy.
Hi, Tammy. How are you doing? And we have Crystal Rose. Whereabouts are you both? Um, I wonder if she's asking us. We're in the U.S., in the wonderful state of Wisconsin, and that's where we're coming from. So I know that Paul is probably trying to do his best to figure out whatever technical problem he might be having. Um, I would be happy to send him something if he would like it. Let me see if I can do that for him.
Mary Erickson. Hi, Faye.
Hi.
And Crystal wants card number 3. We haven't even done the cards yet. And Kelly liked and shared it.
Thank you very much. That's awesome. Well, we're certainly having some challenges, aren't we, dear?
Oh, it's Herbie. That's who was on Facebook. Okay.
Okay. So that goes to show how we can't see you when you're not on.
All right, honey. You got to start the process of elimination. There's one
Okay.
there.
Yep. Okay, I'll do my best. Don't pay attention to the hackers, folks.
Lynn says to send Paul a link.
Okay, I'll do that. Here we go.
Maybe that'll work. I don't know.
Yeah. Here I go.
And I guess you'll know when he's in.
Yeah.
Anyway, we hope everybody's doing good today. Here it is sunny. It's a little hot, around 90. So it's not too bad out, thank God. And we send all the heat to Janine Williams in Australia.
Yeah. So, anyways, what should we talk about while we're waiting for Paul to come on in? What would you like to, what can we talk about?
Part 2 of what you said?
You want to?
Well, no,
All
because
right.
that'll get all the other
Well,
way, I guess. I don't
Maybe
know.
I just want to say that I'm excited about Paul and Roger have encouraged me to start my own chat, and there he is. Um, to start my own chat, and I will be doing that. I'm going to be there he is. I am going to be doing that probably in September. Hopefully, I will be launching my own show, and I plan on doing that with visitors and invite people to it. And we'll talk about that later. But hi, Paul. Can you talk?
Hiya, guys.
Buongiorno. Your mic is way down, Paul.
It's white. Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
better.
Well, it's so good to see
It's,
you, dear.
It's up here. It's up here.
Oh, okay.
Or either that, or just Roger, you're deaf, which is probably
No,
closer
it
to
was
the
way
thing.
down, Paul. It really was.
No, seriously.
Now we've got after this weekend there won't be any more issues, then because we move house on Monday,
Okay.
Okay.
and what has happened. So everybody will understand this now. That we figured out what the problem was. So last Monday we were supposed to move house, as you guys knew. So our provider, who provides us with our telephone lines, our internet, and all of that stuff, were all queued up for us moving home last Monday. Okay. So, but we contacted them the week before saying, hey, put a hold on everything. We're not moving till the following week now. However, nobody told the engineers.
Oh,
Oh,
So
boy.
that's why I couldn't get onto the internet the other day. They had switched all of our internet off. So basically, what we were trying to do is work off of 5G, which is
Okay.
just the air,
yeah.
literally. So
Yeah.
that's why it's all ickety pickety tonight, because we're still working. But they sent us down a booster today to say that, "Look, we're really sorry. We'll send you a booster, and that'll boost the 5G in your house. So you should be able to use the internet until you move next Monday. But it's going to take them 3 weeks to turn the lines back on again here if we wanted to, turn them on here where we are." And we
Okay.
went, "Well, you can't just switch them off and on." They went, "No, it takes 3 weeks." And we were like, "Hang on a second. Didn't you just switch it off just then?" They went, "Well, yeah." When I went, "Well, do the opposite. Switch it on." They went, "No, it takes 3 weeks." I went, "How can it take 3 weeks to go click?" Oh, we were like,
I don't know, Paul.
Bureaucratic BS.
oh. And then, of
Oh,
course, we had that absolute total and utter prat who we had a call on Wednesday morning from the hospital, and they said, "Right, listen, you need to get in today." She's one of only 6 people in the entire UK that's been put forward for this very special trial on this cancer treatment, which will hopefully cure cancer.
okay,
One of
good.
6 people in the entire
Wow.
country. All right.
Wow.
Wow, that's
And they
great.
went, "But you need to get in today. But you
Yeah.
need to come in today." And we
Mm-hmm.
went, "Well, okay." So we canceled everything. And then literally at the last minute, they went, "Stop, stop, stop. Don't come in today. They haven't sent the stuff through. We can't go ahead with the treatment till next week." And we were like, "You are joking me, right?" So Johanna rang up and said, "Hey, listen, guys, I canceled my appointment. Forget that. They've pushed me back to next week. I'm okay for my appointment." She went, "I think you should go somewhere else now."
What?
Excuse me? And Johanna said, "Well, look, at the last second they wanted me to come in for this treatment, and they went, 'Well, no, you should just go to a walk-in and get your nails done somewhere else.'" So, Katie of Katie's Nails, if you're watching this show tonight, I'm going to ruin your business, because if you can turn on somebody who's extremely ill like
Yeah.
that after
I
giving
don't
you
get it.
years of loyal service, and the two other appointments that Johanna missed, just two in 4 years, Johanna paid her for them. She wasn't able to turn up. She says, "Well, it's not my fault. It's not your fault that I can't turn up, so I'm going to pay you for it anyway."
Right.
So, in
Wow.
technical terms, she didn't miss anything, and that idiot turned on her. So, ladies and gentlemen of the planet, if you can get a hold of Katie of Katie's Nails in Falmouth and just send her what you think of her via YouTube or via Facebook or whatever, because that's despicable. If she treats people who are really, really ill like that, doesn't deserve a business in my eyes.
Yep,
No, I mean,
I agree.
especially after you've been a client, they have had a so-called relationship for many years,
Well,
and
a client for 4 years, and here's the thing. And then she said to me, "But she's always late," and I said, "No, she isn't, because I'm the one that drives her there." And then as soon as I said that, she slammed the phone down on me.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How
So,
that you don't need their business at all, and vice
No,
versa.
oh no,
Nobody
she's not
needs
going
their
to get our
business.
business, and
a whole lot of other people
the
too.
I'm going to make sure that everybody knows exactly how she treats people, so it's not on.
Wow.
So, I mean, all right, we're stressed out with the move. We're, BT, who British Telecom that stands for, by the way, because American people won't know what the hell BT means.
Yeah.
BT are like, "Well, we're really, really sorry, but everything's set up for your move. We wanted to make sure that as soon as you moved into your house, your internet was on." And they did their job, but they to flip it all back again, it couldn't
Just
be
couldn't.
done that quick. So we just went, "Oh, you know what?" They said, look, give us a second." Then they came back about 15 minutes, and went, "We're going to send you out a little thing called a booster. It's a little
Uh-huh.
tiny, it's roughly
That big.
that sort of size,
Mm-hmm.
and it's upstairs in the room, and you just plug it into the wall, and it boosts the 5G around the house.
Yeah, we had that
And
as well.
it arrived today. It seems to be working. It's a bit ickety, but if you take what we're getting right now compared to Monday night, which just didn't exist at all.
Or Saturday was crazy, wasn't it? I mean,
Crazy. Saturday was just mind-bogglingly stupid.
there
And
was.
the thing about it is, all of the systems were registering as having connected. It was all connected. So we contacted British Telecom. Said, "Listen, why can't we connect to the internet?" They went, "We don't know. We don't know." And then they came back and they said, here's
Uh, uh,
why.
uh, oh
The
wow.
systems is on, but it's just not connected to your house."
Oh, crazy. Well, who
So,
would have known? Who would have known? So much going
Well, we're
on.
here.
And we're
well,
here.
listen, we've also got another pal coming on. You guys have spoken and met Crystal before, so I'm going
Okay.
to bring Crystal. Have you got access to Crystal, Faye?
I don't, but let me think how I can do this.
So
I
just
don't have
type
access.
in the search bar Crystal Rose, and in your
Okay.
messenger, type in messenger
Okay.
Crystal Rose, and you can see
All
her
right.
on in the chat room there,
Yeah.
and invite Crystal in for a chat. It's been a while since we've
Okay.
had Crystal on. It's lovely to see everybody, by the way, in the chat room. And isn't it great? I want to say something here, guys. Isn't it amazingly brilliant that we three, if one of us drops out, the other two will immediately carry on with the show? I love that. That gives me that fills me with A, number one, pride, and B, I can breathe. Because
Yes.
I know Roger's like me, because we hate missing shows. The
Yep.
show must go on. That's built into
Yes.
Roger and I,
Yep.
Yep.
and
That's
not
it.
just
That's
in
the
our
entertainer.
work. That's the entertainer. That's the music. That's it's like I don't care if one of my legs is missing. Get me on the stage. We'll do the show after the show's finished. Then we'll deal with the issue. I've actually want to do a show. I literally stepped backwards, and this is back in the days when I didn't have roadies. I stepped backwards and it took three of us to carry these speakers, and went over on my ankle and broke my ankle. And I did the gig on stage with two bags of frozen peas on my ankle. And as soon as
Okay.
the gig was over, they whisked me off to hospital, and I had broken my ankle. So, but no way,
That's
we're
like
on.
so when you tell an entertainer break a leg, you really literally were breaking your leg. Absolutely. The show must go on. I just
The
sent
show must
Crystal, I
go
just sent
on.
I sent you the link in Messenger. It comes from Faye Ewing Garza, darling. So join
Oh,
us.
she went all southern right there, y'all.
Did
It's
I?
come from Frey Ewing Garza, darling,
Oh, yeah.
my darling.
There she is.
Oh, look
Oh,
at her.
there
She's
she
wearing
is.
glasses, like
Hey,
trying to look
Ramona.
all very posh. Jeez,
Oh,
she's loud.
Hello.
That rung. Oh my God! Your speaker, or your microphone is well loud. My bell's ringing. Woo!
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know, Crystal. Do you have two things going on at once, like your Facebook and your
Mine is
or
loud.
How good to see you, Crystal. You're looking good. She looks very posh with her glasses on, doesn't she?
yes?
And so
I've
does
never met
Faye.
her.
It's just Roger. Roger looks good.
Here we go.
Wow.
And Crystal, are you? That's it. I was going to say move because it's not showing me that you're like connected in. There.
It's a
Can you? Are you with us,
CEO.
Crystal?
Yeah, she's with us, honey. She's with us,
Are you with
Paul.
us, honey? Can you hear us? Can you talk? She's linked.
Crystal,
I
can you
can.
hear
Crystal,
us?
can you
It's
say
really
something?
lagging though. I am, but it's just said stream to my audience, so I'm just doing something, logging in, and oh,
All right. It's probably because there's a lot of. One thing I wanted before we get into it, having a good old chat, a good old psychics party. I didn't. I suppose what's the right
I had
words
the
here? So
stream.
I
I
want to
had
get the
you
right
playing on
words.
a different screen in the background. Sorry, and now I'm talking over you because I've actually patched in properly. Hi everyone.
Gotcha. You had us on. The read I did for Roger the other night.
Oh wow.
Roger, how do you feel about that?
I'm still, like I told Faye, when you tried to pronounce my son's name, that's what threw me big time. But I'm still dealing with it. I'm
Right.
okay.
Because I've been getting messages about it all week.
It was profound.
Literally, people saying to me that they want this to go viral. They want it to be brought into a specific film part, cut
Wow.
up and made. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, that had people in tears all over the world. And I didn't think about it. I just
Well, you
know,
were you were being the
that's all
messenger.
we do. We just do our
But
being
keep
the
in mind
messenger.
one thing, Paul.
And-
Keep in mind one thing. That if somebody does that and they put their name attached
breaking
to
up.
it, can you hear me okay?
I
Paul?
can.
I can hear you now. You were.
Okay. If somebody does that and they put their name to it, you know about royalties. They will get the royalties.
I don't know what you mean. Okay.
I know. What
No, and I haven't agreed to it yet. I see what you mean, but I haven't agreed to it yet. But I wanted to talk to you first before I'd even consider it. To be honest with you, it didn't. I just thought, oh, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job, and I'm doing the job for one of my pals.
Mhm.
But I suppose in the way that I train, I listen to all the people who've just joined us in the chat room. Hi to everybody, especially Trudy Rudy. I've known Trudy longer than I've known my own family, so there we go. I've trained myself over these 30 odd years of being a psychic medium to step back emotionally. I don't allow emotions in. In fact,
Right.
in the reading, you heard me go, no, back off,
Yes.
because I could feel his emotions coming in, and I stopped him, and I went, no, you can't do that, because this will stop. This will just go pump. So he backed off, and but the amount of people who contacted me and said, hope you don't mind, that reading you did for Roger had me in tears, and I was like, really? And then I was thinking to myself, I couldn't wait till tonight. I've been literally running constantly. I had 50 minutes between getting in tonight, having to eat, and then be on the show. So I'm just chasing my back end, basically. But the whole time since Monday night, I've been thinking, oh my God, I hope Roger was okay with that. And that's why the first question I wanted to say to you tonight was, how do you feel about that? I mean, is it all okay? Were you? I mean, normally if I was doing a 1-to-1, I'd be like stopping and going, "Is everything okay? Do you want to continue?"
Paul,
and I was just
know-
going like that.
You know as well as I do, Paul. Like John said, we have to deliver the mail, regardless of what. We have to get the message through.
But how did you feel?
It hurt. Yeah, it hurt hearing from my son. I mean, I knew it was real. There was no nothing about it. I mean, it was real and direct.
I mean, I remember lying in bed that night, thinking to myself, "Oh my God, how cool was that?" Because I got the sound, and then you got it immediately. Because that was a very Hispanic name, and there was no way I could ever. I mean, that the sound was even right. But that tells me he's a really good communicator. I'm not one for. Oh, look at me, aren't I good? No, that's not me. But the communicator coming from that side was really good. So he was able to make my job easier.
Wow.
I'm not one for like, oh, and look at him, isn't he good? Look at what he was able to do, and that's not. No, I'm the mediator. I'm the person in between. So the person communicating from that side was really, really good, and he was able to get through to the person this side, which is Roger. So
Where did
I don't
that's
know.
what was important.
I don't know where Crystal went.
Oh, Crystal's disappeared.
Yeah.
Maybe she, Crystal, if you're listening in, darling, click back in again.
But Paul,
So I wanted to. The first thing though, we had a chat tonight was get that out.
Remember when we were done, Paul, and you said that you had to leave because of something. I forgot what it was. After the reading, do you recall that? I had so many questions in my head, and now, they subsided. I can deal with it because of what I do and what you do. I know you're real, I'm real. So that's why I'm able to accept it.
Well, it was shocking
Right?
because
Yeah.
it was
And you're breaking up. I'm getting a lot of what you're saying, but you're breaking up on me. So I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm putting the little bits in the middle myself.
Okay, I accepted it
Crystal's
because of
coming
the
back
fact
again.
that I accepted it because of the fact that you're real and I'm real. And I know what we are supposed to do as readers.
We don't know. Good to see you again, Crystal. I don't know what
Oh, I'm
happened.
so sorry. I was trying to stream
No,
it to an audience.
see
I've given
Crystal.
up with it. You know, when you put your email in and it took me to a different page on
Yeah.
the StreamYard, and then it chucked me out. And I thought, oh no. And but here I'm not
I got.
touching
Oh,
anything.
it's all right.
else.
I got chucked out. It was my own show.
Try.
I get chucked out as well. It's my show. What I've been trying to do is chuck Roger out, but he stays in. He's the one that stays in. But
Oh, bless.
I
Oh.
wouldn't like chucking him out. He's too near to me.
Paul, you know what?
Yeah.
Paul,
So, Crystal,
Paul.
how are you?
Paul,
Yeah?
I never got a chance to thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you don't need to thank me. You don't ever need to thank me. You do far too much to help me through my career. That you never need to thank me.
But it's like you said, the
I'm just
connection
honored that
was
your
good.
family chose.
That was big.
Oh, the connection was great, but like I say, I'm not taking. That was your family that's able to do that.
Yeah.
They just came close enough to me. They came very close at one point, but you know, I'm honored they chose to come through me. I'm honored. So they could have went through Crystal.
Where's
Ooh,
my
I
Could
like
have
that
went through
background.
Faye.
Sorry, I said I wasn't doing anything, and then I did. I started tinkering.
Oh,
Oh,
I
look at
like
that.
that.
She's tinkering.
Look, she's playing.
You got any more?
Look at her. Look at her.
Oh, this
Look at her.
Oh,
Oh,
look
there,
at my house.
house.
She
My
could
dream
be-
house.
Oh, look.
she can be anywhere
You know,
she
she's
wants
off
to
playing now. She's playing now.
be. Yeah, she's playing.
Oh, she's going all holy on us now. Look at that.
Oh, look at that. We could do that for Roger too.
Virtual back.
Oh, cool.
Ah, yeah, but can you do this?
Which one shall I go for? The
Ah.
fancy house?
That's nice.
I like the grand piano on the back.
Oh,
Oh,
look, she
that's
lives in a really
nice.
posh pad in
We
London.
can always do with the angels with us, can't we? Oh, look at yours, Paul. That's a fancy one. I like that. I need some of that non-shine
Yeah, that's-
glasses. You know, the
Spirit Quest.
blue light or whatever they give you, or the glaze fade. Because I'm
It
very
is quite
sharp.
cool. And that's the new logo for the 2024 logo for Spirit Quest.
Oh,
I just
nice.
wanted. I liked it so much. I wanted it on early. That's
I
all.
like the colours. Yeah.
It-
Nice to meet you,
it's quite
Faye.
good.
Nice
So
to
tell
meet
me
you,
what's
Roger, as
happening.
well. Thank you for popping me on. What's happening? Well,
You're
I
welcome.
looked at a house today.
Well, actually,
So we
she
might be moving
she's
as
very
well.
you're moving. You're going to be moving too. You remember you saying that?
Looking at it, yeah.
See, Roger and Faye started this all off. Roger and Faye were the first two to move. So they
Oh,
moved first, and then everybody else goes,
It's lovely when it's
I should move as
done.
well.
Everybody
Well,
I know
we
is
moved
moving.
to an
Or
office.
has moved recently. There's been a lot going on with lots of people moving. I think it must be the spiritual community feeling the need for change, or you know.
Hmm.
I think so. Now I mentioned I was watching some of the chats there, and somebody said, "Is it a supermoon?" And you went, "No, it's not a supermoon."
Yeah, it is.
I have no idea what the hell a supermoon
No,
is.
it's a supermoon. It's very close to Earth. It's when the moon's as closest to Earth as it can be.
It seems to be.
We've got
It
one
seems
on
to
the
be a lot bigger than
first
normal.
and the one at the end of the month. We've got two this month. It's like they
All
say
right,
one's
so
with
it
blue
seems to
moon.
be at the it comes on when I'm going to bed at night. Weirdly enough, as I'm climbing into bed, it literally appears outside my window, so I can sit
Yeah.
in bed and just look at
That's
the window
why
at
it's
the moon.
huge. It's
And,
waxing gibbous today, actually. It's
It's huge,
93%.
and I often think, I wonder. It's kicking me off again.
No, there's a delay, Paul,
Look at that, it's kicked.
You're still on, Paul.
but there's a delay.
Wouldn't you, Faye? Wouldn't you love it if you could freeze Roger like that permanently, wouldn't you use like press a button and freeze him? Because look, he's just got like
Roger. The first and the 30th, the super moons this month in the UK.
I tell you what, I think it's probably taking. I'm going to take a virtual background off because there we go. I noticed that when you put the virtual background on, it takes up more of the bandwidth. So I'll just leave it off. Seems to move smoother, but I'll take it off.
I think it's,
But
yeah, I think
Roger's
you're right.
frozen. I mean, that must be a trick, Faye. How do you do that?
It's just a blink of the eye.
I can hear him breathing.
I'm still moving.
You know I
Dawn,
love you,
let's change
Roger.
your background.
The Dawn is
Karma
saying
just
Karma
froze
just
your
froze my
face
face
again.
because
Can we know
It's
about
worse when you
Julie?
Hi, Julia.
I mean,
Hi,
Chris-
everyone.
Can we do what, mate?
Hello.
Thank
Crystal.
you, Anne-Marie, for liking and sharing.
We would
Trudy,
like to
hey,
know more
hi.
about
Yes,
Crystal.
please do like and share the show.
Me, little old me.
Can you do what, mate?
I met Paul years ago virtually online with his group Spirit Quest on Facebook.
Mm,
That was in the years before
The radio show.
StreamYard and YouTube and everything else.
that
And
was way
we
back.
used to do,
That was
we used to
back
do
some years
ridiculous
back.
amount of readings on there, a whole group of us.
And now you regret it.
More
Yeah,
readings on
way
a
back when.
Tuesday or
That was
whatever.
what was all just.
It was fun.
It was just all, yeah, yeah. It was all just audio. It was a proper radio station, Roger. You've done plenty of those, and we had segments, and we had music, and we had special guests, and Crystal became a regular on the show actually. And to be honest with you, I have been really, really tinkering with the idea of bringing that concept back. You know, it worked really, really well, and the numbers were ridiculously big. So I've been tinkering with that, bringing that back.
Well, just
I love it when
you
it
just do
disappears
what
and
you're
it's just me
doing
and
and
Faye.
pop a bit of music in, don't you?
Say again,
Maybe.
say that again, Crystal. Yeah,
I
I
said
got
you
like
could- you
one
could-
word of that.
You could do something similar to what you're doing now, but just bring some music in.
Yeah, but that's it. Roger and I were wanting to do something like that here, but StreamYard won't like. They don't want the music because StreamYard and apparently YouTube have got a big issue with the music. And the
Or whether or
copyrights
not
on the,
it's
on the music.
copyright
So-
free and all the rest of it. Yeah.
But I couldn't understand why, because it was fine with the other show. There was no. I'd never had any issues with it on the other show. So, but hey, we're not here to judge. We just go with what. Okay, we'll go. We'll just deal with what we got. I like. I mean, we are. There's a couple of other irons in the fire, shall we say, at the moment, which will become a little bit more apparent soon.
On this network,
That's
Crystal,
all I
we
wanna
have
say.
limitations.
How did you three meet?
Same way. Well,
You're breaking up, Roger Big Stuff.
Wow, that's crazy. Everybody says I'm not.
okay.
But anyway, Crystal, There's
The line seems to be
limitations.
really, really nuts tonight, but it's not just. It's obviously clearly not just me. Seems to be coming from every angle.
5G is quite bad for you, I think, to have that pouring into your house.
Well, I've got. I can see my little signal bars, and they're full. So it's telling me I've got full bars. So
It gives I think it gives
I
a lot
must
of
have-
electro smog off 5G, more than an ordinary Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Well, the thing is I mean, usually, obviously, when we do this show, up until last week, it goes straight through the the lines. It goes through lines rather than over the air. So I think what happens, like a bit like audio, Roger, when we're doing music, it's waves. So I
Yeah.
think 5G is similar to that. So that's why it's up and down and up and down. Whereas when we're doing it and we're connected directly into the lines, it's going through at light speed, so there's never any issues. that'll be back on next Monday because we pick up the keys for the house next Monday. So,
Awesome.
well, we said that last Monday, mind. So,
Please God,
uh,
stick it,
Yeah.
pop it up to the
I'll tell you what. The
universe.
next time I want to move is to my house in Ireland.
There you go.
Yeah, no, you're right, absolutely right. Just keeping the mind focused on positivity and attracting only positivity. And the next, we're going to move into this house, and it's going to be all tickety boo, and everything's going to be wonderful.
Well, the
Or as
good
my
thing
friend
is,
Michael says,
it's-
wunderbar.
yeah, it's a super moon at the moment, so it's a time to ditch all the negativity. It's a good time to release it all, so you can leave all that behind, and then you'll be getting into new moon.
Yeah, I agree.
Once you move, and that'll be a fresh start. It's good, good energetically, good timing energetically, I think.
It's also a good timing at this time with this particular moon to be recharging your crystals. Speaking of crystal,
Oh yes, so it is.
if you have your crystals now, great time to be put them on your windowsill at night, especially when the moon's at its highest. It'll help clear and cleanse and balance and recharge your crystals. Now's a good time to do that for everybody who's listening to the show tonight. On listening to the show tonight, I'm going to switch my head into presentation mode. If you've got any questions for Roger, Crystal, or Angel Faye, Faye's going to have to get that Angel background there because when she does her show, Faye's
That's cool.
Angels. You see.
Yeah. Well, thank you for the
Or you can have a
suggestion.
picture of Roger in the background.
I don't know if mine's copyright free. I think it's one I've clipped off Google ages ago. I'll probably get a shot and find and whatever else. August the 15th is
Tell
the
you
new
what.
moon.
It's a new moon, August 15th, right?
Yeah.
I did a photo shoot. Oh God, how long ago was that? It's got to been about 7-8 years ago, something like that. And the photo shoot was being done by these guys who were learning and discovering and how to work in the media. And they said, "Listen, can we use you as like a model?" And I was like, "Yeah." I said, "As long as you don't want me to model clothes, yeah." And they said, "No, we just want to do marketing and take photos." And I went, "Yeah, far away." So they had me out, and we had a weekend of interviews and stuff, and then they did photographs, and then they did these pictures of me, and I was dressed in white, and then they put wings on the back of me. I immediately went, "Nah, you're not using those." But I think I might be able to get them. That'd be really cool for your background.
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah, you're not
Use
using
an
them, but
angel.
use them after.
That's
Right,
a great
Angel
idea.
Wishes, Debbie Malone. I've just seen as you're doing your psychic thing. What's this say? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to show you and I can't.
I can't see it.
I can't see it. It's
Right,
it's
hang
below
about.
it's below
What
your
you
camera.
think is what you create, it says. Let me see if I can get it
Oh.
in front of me.
Okay.
You've got out.
Let me get rid of my
Yeah, sure.
background.
Yeah,
2
your background
seconds.
wants to come in.
Much as you love my background, and we
Yeah.
all love my background.
Turn your
it's got
background
a-
off because it's taking up too much of your bandwidth.
Settings.
that picture
Sorry,
again.
I'm so used to Zoom.
Oh, by the way, all
I
this
haven't done a
hair's
lot of
going through.
StreamYard. There we go. Right.
Oh, you've got your lovely pink curtains. Right,
What
okay,
you
hold it
think
right up to the
is
screen.
what
Get
you
it to,
create. See it?
Yep, I totally
Yep.
agree with that.
And this is
Absolutely.
Angel Wishes, Debbie Malone. I just thought, I'm going to grab an angel card from somewhere for us. And you were just saying, Paul, think positive, weren't you? And
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
it's
always
just-
constantly.
It's just clarity
yeah.
that's
I
so
don't.
important.
I don't know.
But we all
I don't
know
allow
that, but
negativity
we
in
still need reminding.
I don't allow hate in the mind. I just I can be very positive. I'm 100% positive, but when we get idiots like this Brad Wolf,
I
you
was
should
just going
use
to
star
say that.
cards so we can see Uranus. You're going to have morons like that. I mean, who think that that's clever. And in fact, everybody now is looking at this Brad Wolf and thinking, "What a moron!"
He needs to get a life.
So
Oh, I thought it was quite funny.
no, he doesn't need to get a life. He needs to grow a brain. I mean, Roger, you and I have performed in front of hundreds of thousands of people worldwide, and we have dealt with proper hecklers.
Yep.
You know, hecklers who actually do have a brain cell, and then on comes a moron, and you get them. But what these people here, these guys here who think that this is ingenious, is like, they're, you know, we just think, you know, at the end of every day, you're going to have people who are who won't believe in what you do, and that's okay. I have absolutely no problem.
Well,
I'm not
Brad
here to
Wolf
convince
isn't
anybody
your real
of anything.
name, so I'm psychic that way,
No, it's
and
not.
we're all psychic, darling. You just, you know, you're just not using it. You need to channel your energy in kind ways. That's what I'd say to you.
I think I
I
just
would
blocked
say
somebody
just
by
go away
mistake.
and grow up.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, Janine Williams was blocked by mistake. Oh, right.
Yeah.
How do we unblock Janine Williams?
No, she's a.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do
We
that.
need to
Yeah, she's
unblock
on
Janine
Facebook.
Williams.
What
there.
happened?
I was after Brad Wolf. I was after Brad Wolf.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
and
Wolf.
it does that, and then it jumps. Just as you click block, it jumps, doesn't it? And it,
Yeah, I didn't
Don't
Don't
mean to
worry,
do
knows
that.
what
Janine,
it
you'll
does
get
that.
back.
Oh wow.
See that guy, see that Brad Wolf though. And let me see. One of the things that I love to share with people is one of the things that I studied is law, and Faye has studied law as well. And this Brad Wolf needs to understand that what he's doing is actually demeaning and can be looked upon as defamation of character.
Yep.
And he could find himself in front of a judge very, very quickly. If he doesn't.
Well, the
just
thing
go
is, what
away
we
and
do is
start
for entertainment
melting
only.
his
So
little
we're not
tiny mind somewhere
harming
else.
anyone, and we're not, you know, we're doing it for entertainment and for the good of all, aren't we? Harm and none. We're coming from a good place, from a
Well, the
heart.
thing about it as well is if you know, when they use the name Brad Wolf, that means he's a coward and can't tell who he really is. So let's now he's been blocked, and let's focus on everything else that's going on. Helen Mansell says hi. Tara Laspina, hi from Australia. Frank Garza is in the house.
Yeah,
Janine Williams
his
is in the
cousin.
house. Good to see. Well, Janine was blocked, but we need to get Janine back.
I know, I didn't mean to. Oh
The
my
beautiful Janine
gosh.
back. Let's
This guy.
remember.
That's right, Primo. Got to focus on the positive.
We're all being cut. We're all jumping in and out now, so the signal is playing up again. So it's doing that second set of waves.
Brad, don't you have something better to do than to harass people? I mean, come on, really. You're supposedly an adult. Act like one.
He's a good hacker. He might not be an adult. He might be a child.
Okay, now
Crazy.
Youngsters are
got-
good on
now we got
computers.
Paul kind of out there.
Sorry, I keep looking under my desk. I've got all my angel cards, and I'm not usually in this room. I've had someone staying. So,
Caroline Castro from Northern California.
hi,
Hello, hello.
Caroline.
I got family in California. My son Lucas.
Oh, nice.
I don't know where Paul went. Where did Paul
Oh,
go?
Paul's probably chucked himself out again.
So anyway,
Anyway,
feel
Crystal, do you want to tell the people
us-
all about you or whatever?
yeah.
Well, what have I done? What have I done recently? I've written a chapter in the book about healing with the Brave Healer Productions. That's based in America, New York, I think. And there were 20 different healing modalities in there that people had channeled, and I've written about that, and that will be up on YouTube soon. It's like so if you want a bedtime story, you know, you want to
Okay.
just go on and listen and hear. it gives you a tool to use as well for protection. It's a simple modern day Reiki that I do.
Okay.
And a friend of mine who hosted the book, Angela Aurora, she's done Divine Feminine Reiki. I can hear some background noise, so I don't know if Paul's on somewhere else or whether he's trying to pop on.
No, this is that idiot again.
I just
Oh.
Dr. Mummy, whatever. It's like, come on, really. Anyway, I meant to ask you, are there different ways of Reiki, different like levels?
Oh, there's so many different branches of Reiki, ridiculous amounts of Reiki. I've said in this chapter, when I was downloading it, I said, surely we don't need any more. We've got so many different. It's all from source though, Roger. So it's like going. The analogy I use is if you go in a clothes shop and you want, jeans, you go to that section. Or not everybody likes Levi's. They might like a different cut, whatever. It's just a different taste.
I see people do Reiki with stones.
With crystals.
No, regular stones. They're like
rocks. I've done that with like the shaman. It's good if you put them in a circle.
Ah, okay.
A bit like the Maltese cross, where you've got the circle and then you've got the cross in the middle.
Right.
That's quite a good one to use, and you put them round, and the energy's nice, and you can sage as well, and do a bit of drumming. I do love the shaman things. Does that resonate with you, the shaman way of life?
I do basic cleansings,
Yeah.
The cleansing that I do is with an egg, number one, another one with the cinnamon stick. And a lot of my people can relate to that.
Yeah. Paolo Santo is the one that I was using with my shaman stuff, but I do like the sage as well.
Yeah.
And even incense. You can just use any incense and just give yourself a waft. I feel I'll need saging after all the energy we've been getting tonight.
Yeah.
That's
Can I
crazy.
just may I interject? I want to take a time out for a little commercial. Can you guys just hang on?
Hang on. Don't go nowhere, Crystal.
Stay with it. Stay with us. Here we go.
Okay.
You are listening to UPRN, United Public Radio Network, coming to you live on 105.3 right up to 107.7 FM from the beautiful city of New Orleans. UPRNTalkRadio.com.
And here we are.
Here we are back.
Helen is talking about Reiki with the singing bowl. We have one, and this is one thing a lot of people do not know. If you take your singing bowl and you do the ring around, right? It's in the key of A, 440. And a lot of people don't know that, You can hear it.
But our singing, I think there are different tones of singing bowls.
Some are lower than C. But the one we have is an A. I heard
where
it
mine
right away.
is. I've got one somewhere.
Oh, there he is. Hello,
I tell you
darling.
what, a good app there he is. I've just downloaded an app.
There he is.
Getting back to what you're saying, Rob, solfeggio frequencies. It was only 99p on App Store. And you can get all the different solfeggio frequencies that work on different things. I love 432 for going to sleep. 528 is the one that goes with my brand of Reiki, the divine energy, because it's on the upper heart, the loving. So solfeggio frequencies are great.
I love that idea.
Well, I was just telling her, Paul, that the singing bowls, that a lot of them are in the key of A.
All right. I've never actually checked that out, to be absolutely honest with you.
I just did it this morning. I went, doom. I said, that's an A.
Excuse my back. I'm looking to see where mine is. Can't be far. Oh, I think it's in my son's room up on the cupboard.
You learn something every day on this show.
So I have.
Well, that's what it's about.
Yep.
Who's my Palo Santo?
So
They just come in sticks, don't they?
Do you see Don's
yeah.
question? I want to
Smells
said
Now,
nice.
once.
what you have there? You said Palo Santo, which means Palo means a stick, and Santo is a saint.
Oh, okay.
Saint stick,
Yeah, it's like a
Um,
sacred stick.
sacred stick.
So it's basically, if I'm not mistaken, I think what she has there's what they call canela. Canela is cinnamon sticks.
Okay. Sage clearance spray. So you can
Okay.
put it in the spray as well. It stops you setting your fire alarms off anyway.
Faye was saying that somebody had a question. What was that, Faye?
It was a question about. Lisa said ask this. What is selenite used for? That's what
Cleansing
Lisa
other crystals. You have the selenite base, and you can put things, especially if you put like some of them have things like Metatron's cube printed on them, or a flower of life, and they're used as a charging base for your crystals for charging and cleansing. But you can't put selenite in water.
You cannot.
Do you ever do? I've actually did that once. Have you done that, Crystal? I've actually done it once.
that
My
doing?
teacher made me do it. Put crystals in water, then drink the water.
Yeah, but you have to be careful because crystals like malachite have got lots of copper in them, and you could poison yourself. There's about 45.
Yeah, no,
crystals you
it
can't
was-
put in water. I've got rose quartz
That-
in this one, just in the bottom there. But,
It'd be interesting to get a list. I mean, she gave me. It
most
was clear
ones
quartz.
all right.
It was clear quartz that she made me. She put all the crystals in the water, and then she goes, right, drink that. And I was like, no. She went, no, it'll help you. Just let it sit for a while. It'll balance the energy in the water. Then drink the water. And I was like,
Yeah.
no.
Or you can put
And then-
put bracelets or things around your bottles. You know,
Oh yeah, you go, or put the crystals around the bottles
put the
themselves.
crystals near them in the fridge. Look, so if you
Yeah.
just put those around it, they just charge.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
See, I tell you, Roger, you do learn new stuff on here. I'd never seen that before.
Nor have
Absolutely.
I.
I love it.
But I've also
We should-
told
By
people
putting
to
rose
sleep.
quartz in water, you get the energy from the rose quartz, and rose quartz is for self-love, loving compassion for others. It's just a lovely, gentle energy, and so when you put it in the water, it kind of infuses the water with that energy. It's like if you say a prayer over water, and if you look up Dr. Emoto, he did lots of experiments on water, and he put the words
Right.
love and hate in, and the hate made the water molecules go like a domestos germ, and
Yeah.
when you infuse the water with love, or say even music, like we're saying, the power of music, the water molecules went like a snowflake. You can Google Dr. Emoto.
Oh
and,
wow!
there's the water experiments. Yeah.
I've heard of this. I've heard of it, and I might have caught a bit of it on YouTube. But I tell you what, I'm a part of an international healing group, and I think there's about 12 people in the group. But it's all based on quantum healing, so
Yeah.
quantum energy, quantum physics.
Full
and
normal,
I
yeah.
tell you what, and I have literally seen. I have seen results that would be mind-boggling.
Yeah,
I mean,
struck with water.
genuinely.
Someone in Somerset, somebody's saying about the White Spring at Glastonbury, because you've got the chalice well water and the White Spring. When you put them together,
Mhm.
it gets rid of anything.
There's a
There's
guy in.
makes it really pure.
Well, this I hope this is Brad Wolf, idiot, still listening, because the two of the guys that are in this group are actual. They have PhDs and doctorates, and they're quantum physicians. They're
Yeah.
quantum physics doctors. I mean, these guys are Stephen Hawking level.
Yeah.
And there was one of the gentlemen in the group who had been bitten by some insects, and it was destroying his leg. His legs were literally being eaten alive. And there's photographs of these, and medical medical people had been working on him for, I think, about best part of 2 years and not getting anywhere. It just kept, weeping through the bandages and so on and so forth. So he came into the group, and after 2 months in the group, his legs all but healed.
Wow.
I mean, completely. It's mind-boggling. I saw a picture of his leg yesterday, and that's the wrong leg. He went, no, that's the leg, and it was no.
Yeah, love that.
I'm in the group.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, water is liquid crystal, so you can program it with intentions. Well, it's one of the most important things I want to say to everybody is when we think that we're 70% water or whatever, I might get my percentages wrong, is how important, based on Dr. Emoto's findings, how important it is to be kind to others, because you can physically feel it sometimes when people are unkind to you, like your water molecules all going woohoo, because we're all blood, aren't we? Our blood's water.
Well, we're a big percentage water. I think it's even more than 70%. I think it's up towards 90%.
Yeah.
And that's why we're affected by the moon. People, that's why, and they always say the crazies come out on a full moon. It's because the lunar gravitational pull pulls people. It affects the water and the molecules in their body. But it's also why we have an affinity with the ocean.
Yeah.
Well, if you think about it, every single human being on this planet, bar none, bar zero, live in water for the first 9 months of their lives, inside of water.
There or thereabouts. Yeah.
Yeah. For 9 months of your life, you live in water. So you're aquatic before you actually are born.
Yep.
So that's why we've got an affinity connected to water. I have heard about negative water and positive water. I have heard about that.
Structured water, that's it.
Yeah. And
you spin it.
Positively charged water. Yeah. I've heard of all of that.
He showed me, he had all the Metatron's cube and the Flower of Life and things on it, and then it was in a vortex. You have to spin the bottle, or not spin the bottle like at a drunken party. You spin it.
I wouldn't know, Crystal. I don't. What kind of parties do you go to?
Back in the day, Paul. Back in the day.
Yeah, way back in the day. I haven't got the energy to spin the bottle anymore, let alone anything else. Faye, Faye's magnificent. Faye keeps me and Roger literally, focused. So, is there anybody asking questions in the group? Because I can't see the group anymore. I've come off the internet. I've gone on my mobile.
I am trying to put up on the screen. Can you read what people are saying when I pop them up on the screen, Paul?
Yeah, I can see Dawn, but it's the message is and I've got a message from Janine saying she can't message anybody. That's because she accidentally got kicked out of the group.
I did that, and I hope
not on purpose. Not on purpose. Send her a wee private message to say to invite her back in again, so that we can do that. But we'll get it figured. Don't worry.
Jojo wants to know when the next full moon is.
It's current, isn't it? It's full moon now.
Yeah, organite the resin with the copper and the crystals. When you wrap a crystal in the copper.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Transmute the energies without tools ourselves. Yeah, we can, just with positive thought. Everything. That's why when you go into a MRI machine or whatever, they now play music, don't they?
Well, the ones that Johanna was on, Johanna's had she went for a scan last week, and they've got a brand new section of the hospital and brand new machines. And not only does it play music, but it transmits pictures onto the roof, so you're lying there watching little videos.
Oh, wow.
I thought that's cool.
That's so cool. Jojo, I think it's at 93% now, and with it being a supermoon, it's probably full enough to charge your crystals at the moment. But the next actual supermoon's the 30th of August. First
at the end of the month, basically.
Yeah.
The blue moon is what Carol Ann says.
The blue moon.
Well, that's what they say. Once in a blue moon.
Right.
It's like-
Okay, I'm gonna. Hey, listen. We had a great conversation, and I want to bring on. Oh God, I've just gone blank on her name. I had it a second ago. What was the name of that lady that we were chatting with, Crystal? that little group.
Angela Aurora.
Angela Aurora.
Yeah.
We got to bring Angela Aurora on here. I'm very, 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 very open to learning. I think if the day you give up to learning is the day you might as well just give up. But there are things that I'm like. I studied a lot of astronomy when I was a kid. I mean, I lived in the planetarium. I literally lived in it. I wanted to be an astronaut. I knew everything. I was learning about physics. I was learning about quantum physics. I loved it. So when I look at stuff, I still have my physics head on when I'm looking at stuff. I'm a big believer. If you eliminate what's possible, you're left with the probable. Okay, so these colored moons, I know what makes them colored. So so when you get this, it's a red moon, it's a fire moon, it's a blue moon, but it's the curvature of the Earth with what's in the air that causes the coloring.
Oh wow!
So I'm a bit of a stick in the mud when it comes to like, no, that's not how it works. This is how it works.
Sometimes you look at the moon and it's got a lovely glow. It's almost like it has a blue aura around it sometimes.
Well, here's the thing, right? If you guys look at pictures of the moon that have been taken outside of the Earth, okay, it's a different color. The moon's a different color. It's a different color to what we see here on the Earth, because what we see is a refraction. You've got about 7 layers above what we call the atmosphere. You've got the stratosphere and loads of others, and then the light has to pass through all of those before it hits us. So as it comes through different filters or different layers, it changes with coloration and even to a degree pixelation. And that's what gives it different colors. So when you have the moon at one point and the sun at another, it's like, right, you guys can see the color of my face here, right? You see the color of my face?
Yes.
Right, watch what happens. Watch the color of my face change.
Yeah.
So you got whiter here, but
It's closer
my
to
coloration
the light.
hasn't changed. It's just you're seeing it. It's not. I've stayed the same. I've stayed equidistant. I've just moved around it. I'll do it with my hand. So if I come over here, you see the color of my hand's white.
Yeah.
Well, if I bring it to there, it goes red.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I bring it back to here, it goes white again. So it's angulation, coloration. There's a whole load of different things which is a fascinating thing to do. But all that stuff to one side, the moon has an amazing pull on us as human beings because of its gravitational pulls and its gravitational connections. And because as we move, we don't sit and spin, for an example, we don't spin top to bottom. We spin diagonally like that. Okay, the Earth doesn't sit, North Pole to South Pole isn't in a straight line. It's actually diagonal. It's actually like that. So at this point of the Earth is at the lowest, but at some point it's going to be at the highest. You see what I mean? So everything changes, and that's why the seasons change as well. The seasons, you'll be thinking. I mean, we're coming back into a part of the world right now where the seasons are coming back into where they should be. Spring is where spring should be. Summer's where it should be.
Yeah,
Autumn and winter are where they should be.
Yeah.
That's because we've gone through a cycle. When I was talking to a physics professor, he was telling me, see, all this stuff about global warming, he went, yes, it is warming up, but not to the degree that they're filling you full of crap. And he explained that to me, and I was like, that makes sense. Because they're telling you about the north, the ice caps at the top. Yeah, they're telling you about all of the North Cap are melting, but they're not telling you the southern ones are growing because they're further away from the sun at the minute. But once they come back round again, they'll start melting, and then the northern ones start freezing again. So but we are each millennia we're moving closer to the sun, but only very fractional.
And then we've
now
had
the more we fill our
things like that, haven't we?
Yeah.
So that
Yep.
this is inside.
We've had lots of ice ages. We've had lots of like what we would call extreme bad weather. But it'll all come back. But at the same point in time, there is different sort of things happening between when it happened before to now, because we're polluting our air with carbons, and that didn't exist back 2,000 years ago. You know, so there is different additions to the Earth at the minute that we need to change. And I'm very, very glad for that, because as Roger and I were talking a week ago, or a week before that, do you remember when full lockdown happened, when we were all on absolute lockdown and nobody could go out under no circumstances?
Right.
Look how the skies cleared. Look how the oceans cleared.
Oh, they did.
Look how the air cleared.
Yep.
Look how the animals... everything thrived. And what was the big thing that happened to human beings? We remembered our families again. We started spending time with our families. We started becoming more interactive with our husbands, wives, children, grandchildren, so on and so forth. And we started doing things as a family again. So do you know what? I think the whole world should shut down for maybe a month or 2 months every year.
That's what I said.
And give the Earth a chance to get a breath.
Yep.
You know, I think I'd go back to lockdown like that. I thought it was brilliant. I loved it.
I'd go voluntary, close myself away for a month. No worries.
Well, I tell you what, I got more done in lockdown than I ever do when I'm not.
Yeah.
I got loads more work done. I got 2 books on the way. I was 2 books behind. Say again?
I got a bit podgy and drank too much red wine. That was getting the...
I did put on a lot more weight in lockdown than I did at any other time. I ballooned when I was in lockdown, because obviously we weren't out walking or anything like that. And you know, Roger and I, we tended to keep our balance of our weight because we were constantly on stages. And right up to lockdown, I was still doing music tours and music shows. So I was constantly on stage, constantly moving. Whereas in lockdown, all that stopped. And when if your body's used to constantly running up and down stages, and then all of a sudden it stops, you're not using up the sugars, or you're not using up the fats, and then it goes, oh, okay, I better hold on to this then.
Yeah, regardless of what was going on with the lockdown and everything else, that is some good that came of it. You know, it did clear the airways, and it did stop all the pollution.
Oh. And the animal kingdom thrived.
They thrived.
It flourished. I mean, there's a lot more bees post lockdown than there were previous to lockdown. In fact, when previous to lockdown, there was a big scare on, wasn't it, worldwide, that bees were going into decline. And then post that, they've been flourishing again. So I really do. I agree with Roger 1,000%. We should have a lockdown, or shall we say a global siesta?
Throughout the year,
a global siesta, 1 or 2 months a year. 1 month at the first quarter of the year, and another month in the second quarter or last quarter of the year. Something that gives everybody a break. Be fantastic.
Someone's asking where we get our info. I get a lot of mine from Truth Seekers Secrets.
Funny.
I get mine. I get a lot of my info in dealing and sitting with actual professors of science.
Honey,
I loved science as a kid.
I didn't mean to, Roger.
You got to unblock her.
I'm trying my best. Okay.
I know who you're trying to. What you're
That's all right. We'll figure it. Don't worry. Hey, Roger, stop giving your missus grief.
No. I'm just watching this knucklehead on here, who's coming out with all his junk. You know.
Oh, don't worry.
Well, listen. What I was going to say as well was, I go to bed at night with rose quartz beside me. I have a big chunk of rose quartz, and it does work. It does quieten the mind. It does make sort of the energy around you more gentle. I'd agree with that 100%.
Yeah, amethyst is good for electrosmog. Big chunk of amethyst.
See, we spoke about this before, and I think the difference, amethyst makes me like fully charged and ready to work.
Yeah, well,
stuff like that.
Yeah, but it may be different for you. It's how
Yeah,
the thing is, crystals. You know where you get the different ones for the different birthdays and all the rest of it. It doesn't really work. It's like anything that It's how I on my crystal course years ago. We got to choose the different crystals for whoever we were paired up with, and I chose aventurine for this lady, and she went, "Oh God, everyone chooses aventurine for me," and she didn't get on with it at all.
It's like when I was doing my training, my teacher told me never to have amethyst in your bedroom. It's the one that helps the connections between here and the spirit world. It actually it increases the connection.
Yeah, I'd say the opposite.
No,
yeah. For me,
I won't have it, and
yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of people can't go to bed if there's any noise in the room. I have to have the TV on. If the TV's on and I got a film playing, I'll go to sleep really quickly.
Yeah.
So each to their own.
But I put amethyst under my pillow. I couldn't put malachite under my pillow. That'd give me crazy dreams.
Malachite.
I'd sleep really well with amethyst. So I'd be the opposite, you see.
Right. Well, I have clear quartz in the window, and right next to my bed, rose quartz.
Yeah.
So I get quite a more gentle sleep, but the thoughts are clearer, obviously, with the clear quartz. So it's interesting. People, tell you what we should do. We should say to people, go on, try different things, and then come back to the show and tell us what your feedback is, because it'd be interesting to see.
Hold and just tune into any crystal, breathe it up, breathe it in, or pop it on your third eye, and just take some deep breaths and inhale it, and then write down where you allow it to infiltrate right through your energetic system, and allow it out into your aura when you're finished. Put it down and just allow it out into your aura, but write down how it felt for you, that one. Because that's what the A to Z crystal Bibles do, basically. They tell you how someone's perceived that particular crystal, but it's personal to you, so you need to know how that crystal works for you, really.
Mm. I think that's really good advice.
Buy another book, because you just find out how they work for you, which is important,
Yeah, I've got a couple of copies of the Crystal Bible, and I really rate that book very highly.
Oh, I love it. Yeah. I'd still go by that.
I mean, I went into I went into the physics of it as well, and the physics, so the chemistry, the science behind it, is every each type of crystal vibrates at a different energy. Okay, so no two crystals vibrate the same energy. So like rose quartz vibrates at a certain frequency, clear quartz at a certain frequency, and so on and so forth. So you will find one crystal, as Crystal quite rightly says, one crystal will resonate with you, and you'll feel, oh yeah, this is the one for me. That's why I say to people, when you go to a shop, you don't choose a crystal, that actually chooses you. And you'll feel which one, and you might want to pick up the most beautiful, stunning looking crystal, but the most ugliest one in there might be the one that you really want. But I always say, don't go for its aesthetics, go for what it makes you feel.
Moonstone, when I first went into the crystal shop, that was the first one I'd ever been in, I was probably about 16 or 17. It was in Cambridge.
Yeah.
And I went for Moonstone, and I could just feel it tingling in my palm, and I was like, "Oh, this is strange," So that clear quartz. I mean, now the things that
I find the
strange in the beginning.
I don't know what the proper name for, but it's called. Its common name is the angel crystal or angel stone. That's the one that does it for me. That just sends me like whoosh.
Angelite, the light blue, is it?
Angelite, it's a really light blue, like an angel blue color.
Lovely. Or celestite is also linked.
It sends me right through the roof. I'm when I'm on stage. If you've ever seen me on stage, it's either in my hand or in my pocket. but I've never been on stage without three crystals: amethyst, my angel stone, and my smoky quartz, and they're always on me. And when I'm doing my reads here, they're in front of me.
Yeah, I've got this one,
Wow.
clear quartz.
That's a big old boy, that, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
beautiful.
Do you have any, Roger? Do you and Faye have crystals around you?
I have them right on my desk right now.
And
I'll show you what I got. And the crystals that are presented to you are stronger. So if you want to give each other crystals, I mean, I this one here stays in front of me. It's almost like a crystal wand, like that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But this was bought for me at Christmas time.
Oh, lovely. Oh, obelisks. Beautiful.
There's let me see, there are 6 different crystals in there. So if I just go like to
Beautiful.
that,
Yeah, you got the rose quartz. You got.
and then all the information about them, they're chakra crystals,
Yeah,
and they
gorgeous.
don't half work.
Yeah, well, you can point them. Point the
Yeah.
chakras, you know.
What
directly.
when I'm working here on, I had those all in a semicircle, Roger, like Stonehenge around me like that when I was doing your session last Monday night,
Wow.
No wonder.
and they were like very
Very strong.
potent.
Yeah.
I've given Roger
Yeah.
a couple of crystals. One was a rose crystal in the shape of a guitar, and another one was
Aha.
actually, it was a stone that I picked up before I met him. It was an amethyst. It was an amethyst stone from a lake. That's what I gave him.
You see it, Paul?
Oh, that's
That's-
lovely. That's rock and roll.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And this is the one she gave me.
And Herbert, Julie Sharp and Herbert Lopez are saying they need background noise for sleep as well. And it's funny because I listen to the Solfeggio 432. That looks like blue lace, is it? What color
When-
is
when-
that?
Blue light.
It's white, actually.
It's white.
so
Oh, it
white.
might be snow quartz, is it?
Really? Because it was my granddaughter picked it up. We were rock picking in a beautiful lake in northern Minnesota,
Oh,
and I believe
Yeah.
it was a little rock. But I gave
yeah,
that
it's just
to
a little
him.
rock. Yeah, it is a little rock. I'm trying to identify it over there. But yeah, 432 Solfeggio I listen to, and Paul listens to Top Gun or whatever in the background as he's falling asleep, whatever music, whatever film he's got on.
Well, it'll be everything. The one that sends me to, if I've got a lot on my mind, and I do mean a heavy mindset going on
Yeah.
with worries and stress and so on and so forth, I'll watch
Like
a movie
Moving House,
called
for instance.
yeah.
Look at
I mean, I had Moving House, and I also was dealing with legal issues. I had a lot of legal issues I was dealing with, but if I have something like that going on, and of course Johanna's illness, I'll put on a movie called The Quiet Man.
Right.
It's got
With
John
John
Wayne
Wayne.
and Maureen O'Hara. John Wayne and Maureen O'Hara. The reason why I'll put that in is that the Maureen O'Hara is who my mother was named after, Maureen,
Oh,
and and it was filmed in Ireland. The whole movie was shot in Ireland. So I'll hear the accents, I'll hear the music, and I'll just go, boom, out cold.
I have
And
to
it'll send me out.
interject with
Paul.
Mary Erickson made it in again. Thank you, Lord.
Paul,
Here she is.
on that show,
Okay.
you can ask Faye. I always say, well, then lend a man a hand.
What was that?
I don't know.
Remember when they had to fight? When they had to fight. He had to fight. He goes, have you had
Oh,
enough down, yank?
Have you had enough? Will you lend him out a hand?
Yeah.
Pull him
He
out
goes,
back
"Well,
out the
then
river.
lend a man a
Yeah,
hand."
yeah.
Can I just say something?
That's
that,
right.
the people that I blocked mistakenly are Janine Williams is watching. She just can't comment. It looks like Mary Erickson somehow miraculously got back in. I was trying to send them links. I hope I helped them, and I I apologize to both of you very much, but anyway, we're getting
It's
short of
it's
time.
not. We'll get them all back in for the show the weekend. We'll get them back in for this mugs for you, and I should be around. Well, it's too late now, Roger. We've got 4 minutes left, so I wouldn't worry about it.
it. You're just getting into tea time.
We're getting into tea time.
I quickly I tell you what, the baked you guys know what baked potatoes are. The baked potato I had for dinner tonight was the size of a football. It was huge. And I wolfed it down before I come in here, so I'm kind of feeling it settling at the minute.
Good.
So he says
How
dropping
is,
dropping the phone.
How's Johanna in herself?
In herself, she was a lot better up until they started messing around with the dates.
Times.
But she's, the very fact that she's been selected for this particular this particular trial is really, really good. So lots of positive thoughts, lots of prayers, lots of positive energy if you're a healer, please. And we're
definitely.
moving house as well. I think when we move house, that'll help once we've got the move done. So
My mum, my elderly mother, she has breast cancer, but she has medication that keeps it. She still goes out and plays golf. She can't see, she can't hear, and off she goes anyway. And God knows how she gets around the course, but she does. And she's got these tablets that just keep it as it is, and she feels good. She feels fine.
yeah, the that actual pill was offered to Johanna. We're calling that the final conflict. If all of these,
But Johanna's younger. She's young.
yeah, there is a pill that will keep it at bay. And the pill is, I think she's got to take like 15 a day.
Oh no!
But it will keep there's a pill, and they're tiny. I mean, they're not big pills,
Yeah,
but
she
at some point in time, we don't want to go there.
No, she wants to get rid of it.
Yeah, we want to go to that.
Yeah,
That's the focus. That's the focus. What's happening at the minute? The meds the treatment she's on right now is doing its job, but this new treatment is like a turbocharged version of it. So hopefully we're on the right path. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, it is 28 minutes past 10, which means we have literally 2 minutes left of our show. May I please take a moment to say a huge, huge thank you to our lovely pal Crystal, and we would love Crystal to come back on us more often because you're just a laugh, and I love having you about. As always, the very beautiful Faye, thank you for keeping us together. And of course, if you've got anything left and you want to thank him, go ahead. But we'll see you. They will see you on. They will see you on Saturday afternoon at 4:30 our time, but 10:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. If we're not tied up with moving, getting stuff ready for moving, I will definitely be on the show. But if I don't, then I will see you guys both. Actually, I may need you to cover Spirit Quest Reach Across on Monday night, purely because that's the day we're moving. Okay. And I doubt I'll be able to move and do a show at the same time. So it may well be that I might ask you guys.
What day is
that? That's
Monday.
Monday.
No, but what's the date?
It's Monday
the 7th.
I got to go to rehearsal.
Yeah. What time do you have to go to rehearsal?
I think it's at 4, they said. We'll figure it out, Paul. Don't worry.
Don't worry. We'll figure it out. I'll come on.
All right.
And Crystal, you're welcome to come on our show Saturday if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. I would absolutely love to another time. This Saturday, I'm off up to the Arthur Findlay College in London. I'm doing a week of studying mediumship with Tony Stockwell.
Well, you have an open door.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Awesome. So the 5th to the 12th.
Tell Tony I said hi.
And I'd love to be on again. I really enjoyed your company.
Tell Tony I said hi. Say again?
More the merrier.
The more the merrier.
Mind
Oh
you,
yeah,
I
the
think
morning, Mary.
Paul's-
Tell Tony I said hi and remind him that I was on. Remind him I was on psychic school with him. Way back when we were on Living TV, psychic school.
Thank you for having me, darlings.
You're absolutely welcome, my darlings. Listen, we got to go. It's gone past. Wishing you all the best. Faye, if you want to press the button, we'll see you all very, very soon. Good night. God bless.
God bless everyone. Love you all.
Love you both.
Bye.
You are listening to UPR
Bye.